commitment into whose hands? So hold on.
I'm Ian. I go by the tag R23, that's Rush United 23. I got a YouTube channel, and I tend to post a lot of the debates, what you see here in Speaker's Corner.
I asked you, there's hard evidence.
If you will, he will still know what you're doing. What is it that they don't understand?
But you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because your choice is already made.
Yes,
Right? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So yeah, over at least 15 years, on and off, I've been coming down here, and I've actually seen the change. You know, it used to be more, I would say, more kind of political kind of debates or speakers or people representing a lot more different diverse areas, but now it's kind of narrowed down and focused more and concentrated more on religion. You have like the atheists, you have the Muslim and the Christians tend to be the predominant speakers here, or the people coming out and checking out Speaker's Corner here in London. And your name is?
Yirmiyahu Ben Yassereh. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I think I come in here almost 3 years now. You know, somebody was telling me about Speaker's Corner for a long, long time now. When I was in the Sunday church, but I never interested. But after I walk away from the Sunday churches, I come into the faith, I've known who I am as a Hebrew Israelite. Then the Bible come alive to me. And then I noticed lady was coming down here, so I started coming here with her. And that's when it became interesting for me to be here. But I used to preach out here, you know. I used to go up and leather and preach and shout my voice out. But then the Muslim them, they act violence, you understand? When they're speaking, nobody go and interrupt them. You understand? But if you are a believer, you speak about Yeshua, who they know, who they call Jesus, because somebody call him Isa. They start to want to crush you or something like that. You understand? You know, so because of that, I don't go on the letters and preach no more. I speak to people one to one, or when I see somebody speaking foolishness, that's when I get involved and speak. Otherwise, I just come here and just, you know, just to see one Hebrew that I can speak to him, let him know who he is. You understand? Yeshua said, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So I am here to look for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You understand? So and when I'm speaking to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, if somebody is on the side listening, and the message that I'm speaking please them, because the Bible says strangers can join. You understand? To the house of Israel. So and I believe what the Torah says. So that's why I'm here.
So, I mean, do you get a chance to like debate with many Jewish people in regards of this? You being a Hebrew Israelite?
I'm not in the much of debate. You understand? Because the Bible, the Torah never telling me not the Britain shall to go and debate with no one. You understand? It said go and seek for the lost sheep of the house of Israel and tell them that the kingdom of Yahuwah is at hand. You understand? Remember, the Messiah came to restore by the kingdom of Israel. You understand? The kingdom of Israel is not what is speaking in the Christian church. Speak about prosperity and stuff. No. The kingdom of Israel is a restoration of the Hebrew Israelite that's scattered all around the world. That's the kingdom of that's the kingdom. That's the gospel. That's the message the Messiah give to the Hebrews to bring out. But when the European wicked Gentile them get hold of the gospel, they twist it and water it down and bring a different message. So now we, the Hebrew Israelites, waking up, receiving by the message, we have to spread the message, the true message that the Messiah gives to his disciples to spread about the kingdom of Israel, the restoration of the people of Israel. Some don't watch. Honestly, whatever people want to say, that's their own opinion. You understand? People cannot say good and they can't say, but that's their own opinion. My opinion is to bring the message out. You understand? My message is for the large, for the house of Israel, to wake up and know who they are. You understand? To come out of these churches, come out of false religion, come out of man-made doctrine, and return back to the true worship of the Creator. You understand? Not this watered down prosperity message that they've put out there. You understand? But the message of repentance and return back to the commandment, laws, and statutes of the Most High and believe in His Son, Yeshua. That's my message. I am the best one. My religion is the best. This one said my religion is the best. I'm not here about those foolishness. You understand? I'm not here about religion. Religion separated people. You can't see that religion don't bring unity with no one. Religion only separate people. It divides people. You understand? If I cannot conquer you, I need to divide you. That's what religion is about. You understand? That's not what the Messiah gives to us. It's not about scoring points. Which one? This one says my religion is the better one. This one says my religion is the better one. This one says, oh, Muhammad, one man who preached Mecca, and even was the only man preaching Mecca. Now we have 1.7 billion Muslims. It's not about numbers. But the Messiah, it doesn't see numbers. You understand? The Messiah sees only the 2 and the 3. You understand? He doesn't care about numbers. It's a broad is a road that leads to destruction, but narrow is the one that leads to life. You understand? So it's better to be few, more than to be a multitude. You understand? People think that when this mega church, because they're big and they have thousands of people, that means they're holy. They are hypocrite. You understand? A place where 2 people together, they're more righteous than those in those big mega churches. You understand? So the Messiah don't care about the millions and the thousands of people. He care about the 2s and the 3s. You understand? Who walking in righteousness and walking in the truth. That's what the Messiah care about. You understand? That's what it's all about. It's not about crowd and, you understand, I am the better one. No. I can be wrong. You understand? I can be wrong, but I'm following what the scripture said. And when I read the scripture, I know who is the Hebrews. I know who are the true Israel. I know who are the true Jews. I know that when I read the scripture. Not what man gonna tell me. Since I started coming here, I never stopped one day. I came here for the past 3 years of coming here. I know, but there's something pushed me to come here. You understand? When it comes to Sunday, I have to be here. Even if it's rain, I have to be here. Sometimes when it rains, I come here, I'm the only one here. But I have to be here. You understand? Sometimes the Most High, there's somebody to meet. If I even one person, you understand? I don't come here for everybody. I come here to meet one person to tell him who he is. Like last week, I was speaking to this guy, and I was telling him, I asked him from Gambia. And he never knew I was a Hebrew. When I asked him about circumcision and about fringe and stuff like that, he said, yeah, we do all of these things in my culture. And I said, wait, you think you just do that by accidentally? That was given to the Hebrews. And until I realized that what you said is true. So if I can come here and find one person every week, you understand? And to plant a seed in his heart. And then he can go and plant a seed in somebody's heart. The Hebrews can wake up. They can wake up, you understand? And know who them are. And come out of false religion and man-made doctrine. And come back to the true worship where the Most High give to us. You understand? Come out and stop eating porks and this kind of nasty food. We're not good for the body. You understand? And start wearing Babylon garments. You understand? So we need to come back to where the Most High give. He didn't give a religion. Religion is from Europe. That's not our. Now the Most High give us a law and a commandment to follow. A way of life. Which is what's good. Until the enemy get all of it, they messed it up. And twist the letters of Paul, Shahu, who them call Paul, twist his letter because they don't understand the Torah. You know, so that's all I have to say about that.
Okay, this is Speaker's Corner. And in Speaker's Corner, you have freedom of speech. And there are different speakers, Christian, Jewish, political, and there are also Muslim speakers. I am one of the Muslim speakers. So I come here as a Muslim to try to speak to the people about what we Muslims believe in. And if they want to ask any questions, I try to answer them. I have been coming here since the 1980s. And there have been changes, as you have mentioned. Politically, I try to stay away from politics. But okay, there have been political speakers. Politically, it has changed because nowadays there is no communism. No countries. Years ago, there used to be even speakers, communist speakers, things like that. So even politically, it has changed in that sense.
And the type of people who come down here has changed as well, because what I've noticed, it's been more predominantly Muslim and Christian debates going on, which, going back and forth.
Well, I can tell you that first when I came here, there were a few Muslims, okay? There used to be two Muslim speakers. One was African American and there was one West Indian, okay? And they were reverse. That is, born in Christian houses, became Muslim, and they were here as Muslim speakers. And but now there are so many Muslims from so many different parts of the world, so many different countries who are quite good if they want to speak, or especially if they want to debate. In other words, nowadays there are more Muslims.
How effective is it, like speaking here? I mean, does the message go out? Does it reach a lot more people by coming to Speaker's Corner?
Okay, coming to Speaker's Corner, you see, I've been speaking for nearly 4 hours, so my voice is a bit down. But yes, some people come here especially to Speaker's Corner to listen. And if they find that the speaker is a good speaker, or what he's speaking about is making sense, they come whenever they can. In other words, they keep coming. All right? So as a speaker myself, I come here because I see that there is a need for Muslim speakers as well. And people listen to us. They have so many questions as well. So we try to answer them. The thing is, I come here, I don't bring anybody with me, any group with me. And but you mentioned the internet, YouTube, and people have put me on it, okay? And they have asked me if they could, and they have. And of course, nowadays I won't mention the name, but there are certain people who come here and they have put so many debates on the YouTube, and so many people listen to those debates. So yes, people who don't come here, who can't come here, maybe they live far away, they see those debates and they can see, even without coming here, what is happening. It benefits both sides, because the people who come here to interview people, to put them on YouTube, they benefit because so many other people benefit by seeing them. And the people who speak, I suppose they also, people see them on YouTube, whereas in Speaker's Corner might be not that many people listening. But when it goes on YouTube, maybe over 100,000, 200,000, 10,000, 15,000 people will look at it. So it will be beneficial for both. The person who makes the film, puts it on YouTube, and the speaker himself.
So,
Well, if I say so, yes, and a lot of people have become known. For example, I also look at the YouTube, and though I come here, I'm not here all day. So sometimes I see on YouTube people who come maybe when I'm gone. And I think, no, they are not coming. But you see them on YouTube, so I realize, okay, they come in the afternoon, they come late. Because some people here, they come early, some people come late. Another thing, if you look behind, there's a speaker with a large crowd. There's a speaker with large crowd, yes? And there are speakers with less crowds. And there are speakers with hardly a crowd. But when somebody puts it on YouTube, okay, here there might be not many people, but eventually so many people will see it, especially if the speaker is using the right language, he's knowledgeable, the way he speaks is good, the way he puts his message is good. So yes, people will have a look. For example, I saw a person on the internet last week, and I don't know the person, I haven't seen him, and yet that YouTube has become an instant hit. And even on the people who make the comments in the comment section, some are saying, who is this person? Others are, oh, this is such and such. I'm talking about a Muslim. And yes, I mean, for example, people who live in London or in the surroundings, they have the benefit that they are nearer to Speaker's Corner. People who live in, let's say, Birmingham or other far-off areas, they might come here maybe, let's say, once a year or 2 or 3 times. But on the internet, they can benefit because they can look at so many debates, speeches, and so on.
do you think that any of the personalities actually pander to the camera, knowing that there's a camera there, it's going on YouTube, and therefore maybe act up a bit?
I have seen, because I am a regular speaker here, so I have seen when people put the cameras, when the cameras come nearer, some people, like I'm speaking, they are heckling, what they do is they raise their voice. Why? I think because they see the cameras, they know it's going to go on YouTube, so they want to make the most of it. And I remember one of the people who have put a lot of YouTubes, he actually came with a camera, and when he put it just in front of me, and so many people all of a sudden, maybe 5 or 6 of them, all of a sudden they started speaking at the same time. And he had to tell them to take it easy, like, order, not everybody speak at the same time, because it's chaos. So, but eventually nobody listened. What he did was just take the camera away. So that is it. Some people, yes, I think some people would like to be on the camera in YouTube. Some people don't like. If somebody brings a camera, they say no. But personally, I got no objection. I come here to speak, and what I know, even if there's not many people listening to me, while somebody is going to put me on YouTube, so many people will listen. So that is a benefit, So what do we come here for? To speak. What do we come here for? To be listened to. So if there are less people to listen here, on YouTube when it will go, there will be none.
One more.
That's being honest.
Oh, just going back to something you brought up there, I mean, how do you actually manage a debate? Like you said, like loads of people talking over each other, jumping in, there's no kind of order. How do you control that as a speaker?
It is very difficult. But as you see, the result is by the time I finish, I almost lose my voice. And it is very difficult, but with experience, you keep trying, you don't give up, you do manage to quieten. If not, let's say if there are 4 or 5 hecklers, if you can't quieten, let's say, all 5, at least you can quieten 2 or 3 of them. In other words, at least you can get your own point of view in as well. So I mean, that is it. So it is good if the point of view being recorded comes from both sides. But as long as it's in order. But sometimes it's so much chaos. Some people are so hard in heckling. They are bent, I think, on trying to make the speaker run. You know? So all those anywhere, I am a human being. The people who will be listening, who will be looking at the YouTube, they will be all human beings wherever they are. I wish them luck and I hope they enjoy themselves. And I've tried to put my point of view exactly as to what happens there. And of course I'm a Muslim, but we are all human beings in the end. Okay, so I wish everybody luck. Yes? Have a nice day.
Speaker's Corner.
Well, about 20 years ago, believe it or not, I decided I want to hear other people's opinion on just life in general and politics, religion. So I came down here and decided this is the place for me, because when you come here, it's a good education on how other people think, and to interact with other people in itself is a good thing as well. All right, I think one time it was actually on the news. They was talking about it on the news. I think there was an incident that happened here, and it was on either London Tonight or one of them programs. That's how it suddenly came down.
And I see that, because you're quite a regular here,
Yeah.
I mean, what keeps on bringing you back here?
I actually just like talking. I like just hearing people's opinions on things, and
You don't know who wrote the Quran? I tell you. How can you not know?
you get to learn a lot as well. You know, you pick up things, whether they're right or wrong, you have to go and research that for yourself to see if they are. But overall, it is a place where you can pick up things, you know, verbally you talk with people and you get to understand more about politics, religion and whatever else you feel really about. So yes, I researched all that as well. You know, we're lucky we've got the internet now, so we can look into things, not necessarily saying just what's on the internet is actually true. Sometimes you have to do deeper research. Don't know how, maybe go to the British Library or talk with other people, or, you know, somehow. But I did hear that it's been here, I think, about over 110 years or what have you. I just basically go on the YouTube and I listen as well. Sometimes you go on YouTube, you don't actually even need to come here. You can just put the comments there and people answer or what have you. But yeah, I just prefer to come and integrate, be here in person than just, you know, listen on YouTube alone. Obviously, you're more a part of it when you come here than just putting your comments and waiting for people to answer you back. It's actually a nice vibe. That's if you're interested in the world in general and people's views. You know, some people just want to live their life simple. They just want to go to work, pay their bills, and then, you know, cook their food, go to sleep and do the same thing. But coming here just opens your mind, different, you know, dimensions, different, broadens your horizon and everything as well.
Watch.
Ishmael, I suppose, is one of the #1 people that I listen to here. You know, because he's not a religious fanatic. He talks things that are real with the politics and, you know, what's the wrongs that the governments are doing to people, you know, to their people, the corruption. So he's good. Again, even what he says though, you still have to research for your own self and talk with other people about what he says, because he's still a man like everybody else, and there could be things that he's saying which aren't to the point exactly. But overall, he does, I think, he hits the nail on the head with most things, let's say. About 20 years ago when I come here, it was a calmer place where you had more university graduates that would come here, or university educated individuals that would come and talk, and it was more, how can I say, more calm and more uniformed, in the sense that people would more listen, and it would be a calmer intellectual debate that would go on. Now you get a lot of shouting, a lot of aggression, and a lot of fanaticism, you know, a lot of people just trying to push the whole religion thing down your throat.
Right, but one thing I do know, that he said, when you begin to see all these signs, take
taking place and coming to pass. Then he said, look up and know that your redemption drawing nigh.
Which you still get them sometimes. They do still come down on odd occasion. People that are more pro-Africa and what have you. There was a gentleman down here about a month ago who was, more on the African pro movement, to try and get black people together and again to unify and just know their identity and try and work with them. He was here and he gave me his card. So on odd occasion, but I know what you mean. But as time changes, the type of people that come down here change as well. And some people pass away, some people move away, so you get different people coming. Some of the speakers have passed away, so you're going to get different speakers coming. But overall, I think a lot of speakers have been here for many years. They've been here, for 20 years, 25 years. Ishmael says he's been here about 25. A gentleman called Ali, I don't see him anymore. There used to be another lady, I think she passed away about a couple of years ago. I don't know if her name was Mary or something like that. She was pretty prominent here. But I suppose it's all to do with this change in times. People then don't always come to the same place all the time. They change their program, they change the pattern of what they do. But overall, I think Speakers Corner is a good place to come to actually learn and educate yourself on people's opinions and just the whole diversity of the different people that you meet is good as well. You do see a lot of good debates online due to people like yourself and even, I won't mention, but there's a few other people as well. But I like yours the best. You get a few lines in Speakers Corner, but that's not one.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know this place existed until about 2 years ago, and I just started randomly seeing YouTube videos, and it got me interested. I was thinking, well, Speakers Corner, what is this place? Why do so many people actually go there, and what on earth do they actually talk about? And then I looked it up a little bit, and I found that it's one of the very few places where people can come and can voice their opinions on pretty much anything and freely. And it was just really, really appealed to me, And then I started looking and I saw that there was a lot of religiously inclined sort of videos. And I thought, you know what? It's not so much the videos that I want to take when I come here. It's more so what's being discussed that I want to see in person, And I think with anybody, the more you watch, the more familiar faces you get to see, And you think, let me just go over there and see if I can meet some of these people in real life. I never actually started off to actually film. I started off just to hear discussions because I saw videos of Ishmael speaking over there. I thought he was brilliant, and I kept on trying to come down to spot him to listen to what he says. But every time I came, he was never here, and there was no way for me to find out when he would be here. So I just kept on coming, and when I did, I bumped into Old Truth Revealed guys. And I loved watching Shabir's videos from stuff that from the early 90s and things like that. And I thought, brilliant, you know what? When I got to finally meet them, I love talking to them. I love engaging with them. I like the personality, the warmth. And I realized they had like 2 cameras, but one was being used and not the other. And I said, you know what? If you guys need a hand, when I'm down here, you're down here, I'll give you guys a hand. So this isn't even mine, because I had no way of even getting in touch with anybody here. Instead, I just thought to myself, you know what? What's stopping me? I live in London, Hyde Park's in London, let me just come down and see what happens. And I actually saw your video talking to Shabir too, and I thought, yeah. But I never actually saw you around ever since, until about now. Do you know what? I tell my friends that I come here sometimes. I don't come here every Sunday. It's only ever so often, depending on the weather too. But when I tell my friends, they ask the same thing, because I'm sure they've seen videos where it's literally just one side trying to pummel the other for whatever it may be. I think sometimes there are people from all faiths or no faiths that do come here just to perhaps antagonize and try to press buttons just to get a reaction out of somebody, or just to make them look silly on cameras because they know they're gonna put you up on the internet somewhere. But then I do genuinely feel, and I do believe, that there are people here, regardless of what faith they are, that they sincerely believe their faith, and they wanna tell people about the faith or bring people into their faith. And I honestly do believe there are people like that here. And I believe that the people that I've met since I've been here have been genuinely sincere in what they believe in. and what they're trying to achieve. And I don't really think it's to bash the other person over the head with some intellectual, you know, attack. And I think these have helped camcorders and access to the internet and YouTube. I mean, it is that anybody can pick up a camera, anybody can come down, anybody can film. You know, it's an open platform. And if you have a channel, you put the correct sort of tags in there, when people do a search, they're going to find you, you know? And some people, I think, you know, wherever they may be around the world, they do like to see a verbal triad between two people just going on, you know? But then I think there are some people who may be in a point in their life where they're questioning things, whether it's in a religious aspect or even more so on a political aspect, where you have Ishmael, where they think, you know what, there are things that my government does which I'm not happy with. And then they can perhaps hear a point of view from Ishmael and they can think, okay, this is true, I might not agree with this, but I might agree with that. But they think, you know what, these are real people. These are people with camcorders. They don't necessarily belong to like a major corporation like the BBC or ITV or anything like that. You know, it's freedom of independence. You know, it's independent media when you think about it. And I think that appeals to so much people because people have woken up to propaganda that you get from the mainstream media, and they just want to see how things are in real. You get to hear people's opinions, their genuine opinions on things, you know. It's not watered down because the program needs to be aired before the watershed period or anything like that, or because somebody doesn't really want to hurt, I don't know, their political image or things like that. It's just people's opinions, people's firm beliefs on things, you know. And I think that's what appeals to people. I mean, even now, you have a brother over there from the Muslim faith speaking to, I don't know if you can see him, a brother over there from the Jewish faith, you know. Yes. And let's say they were on a platform on I don't know, BBC 2 or something like that.
Censored.
Would they have the ability to say what they want to say to each other?
No.
You know, and that's why when people go on YouTube and they see something like that, even on the thumbnail, they think, oh wow, you know, I'm gonna get to witness a conversation, a dialogue between two people, two different faiths, and they're gonna say what they want to say. Yeah, I don't know, because when I was researching Speaker's Corner, I understand, like, from what I read of it, they used to do the public executions here, like back in the days, and then it eventually turned into what it is now. Yeah, but I don't think there is like a ground or anything that's dedicated to people to come down and to voice their opinion on whatever it may be, you know. So yeah, that's the appeal of the place, man. And think about it, I mean, look around, literally look around. Although you can probably right now what's near us is a bunch of Muslims, but when you look around, look, there's people of every colour, every race, from every part of the world, you know, every part of the world. I mean, where else are you going to really get
the diversity?
Exactly, and the diversity and the difference in conversations and opinions happening.
Now, say my name.